This video is for those who would like to be or are interested in being TAs for SSW, Student Success Workshop, MCW, Multicultural Cooperative Workshop, FGL, Foundation for Global Leadership. English-based senior TAs will discuss their motivation to become TAs, what they have gained through the experience, and how being a TA helped in areas such as personal studies, extracurricular activities, and job hunting. We hope that through this video, many students learn a little about first-year education and FGL TA work and gain interest in this work. So thank you so much for coming today. First, please introduce your name, college, and year, and also the subject for which you were a TA one at a time.
So my name is Miraz Ahmed. My nickname is Tiash, and I'm from Bangladesh. Currently, I'm a fourth-year APM student, majoring in strategic management and organization, and I TA'd for MCW and SSW classes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Ray, and I'm currently an APS student in Culture, Society, and Media, and I'm a fourth-year, seventh semester student, and I was LTA for MCW, and also TA for FGL.
Thank you very much, Ray.
So hello everyone, I am Rohini. I am in my 7th semester, 4th year, and I am majoring in Culture, Society and Media. I have experienced MCW TA as well as LTA.
Okay, it's nice to meet you, Rohini.
Hello everyone, my name is Flora and my real name is Lu Jinyi. I come from China and currently I'm 4th year APM student in 7th semester and majoring in marketing. I've been TA for MCW, SSW as well as FGL. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you, Flora.
Hello everyone, I'm Grace Marian from Indonesia. Currently I'm in my 4th year, 7th semester. I'm majoring in international relations and I was a TA for SSW and currently an LTA for SSW. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Grace.
Hi everyone, I'm Emma. I'm from Japan and the US. I'm in my 4th year in APS, majoring in CSM and IR. I've been in TA for MCW, SSW, and FGL. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so I'm the host for today. I'm Karunagore Natari Sachiye. I'm from Sri Lanka, and I'm APS 6th semester student, and I'm majoring in tourism and hospitality. It's nice to meet you all. Okay. And also, I have been an MCW TA and LTA. Okay, so let's begin. So what was the reason you decided to apply to be a first year education subject or FGL subject? Maybe we can go first with Emma.
So for me, I think all the first year education classes prepared me very well for upper level APU classes because I've never studied like writing, academic writing, especially in English. So I didn't know how to write a paper. I didn't know how to cite sources. So I feel like it prepared me very well. And I thank all the TAs I had for all my first year classes because without them, I don't think I would have survived the classes. And yeah, I just wanted to give back to the community. And also I feel like I thought that it was going to benefit me to improve on a lot of skills that we need in college.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay.
For me, I think same based on my experience as a first year student, same as Emma. I think my TA and my professor when I was in SSW class, they inspired me a lot. Like they were very compassionate and patient toward the students so that we can learn, although the class were a bit hard for like first years.
I feel like I also have similar feelings on why I want to be TA. The most important point might be my TA really supported me a lot because when I was first year student, I had online Zoom classes. I guess many of you also experienced it. That made me feel so hard to get involved into the class, but at that time, my TA helped me a lot. I wish to be someone also can help the first year students to gain the meaningful learning experience in these first year classes too. So that's why God inspired me to be the TA.
Thank you. I think my reasons are also similar to Flora because we were online and the only communication platform, we could say, we had was the TAs. And my TAs for MCW were the most fun people I've known during my first year. And I was really inspired by them that, oh, the work they're doing is something that I would also want to do. So I decided that, okay, once I go to Japan, maybe I would try to become a TA too, yeah.
Thank you, Rohini.
Again, similar, basically. But the thing is, that time when we are in the first year, it's a little bit personal, but it was a new friends, new experience, new subjects to think of. So that time, without the TA being able to actually try to consult to us and actually become our role model, it will be so hard. And I made that TA talk to them and consult to them. And I think that one day, if I could actually become this person, it will be wonderful because helping others will be also wonderful. So that's my only reasons there.
Thank you for sharing, Ray.
Once again, similar to everybody else, I was one of the online batch students as well because of COVID. And at that time, luckily, I had the same person as my TA for both SSW and what's currently called FGL. And it helped me connect to that person on a deeper level, and I realized like this person was doing so much for me to be as a part of APU without being at APU. And that really inspired me and motivated me to work harder in my classes, submit my assignments on time, and all that. And I realized him being there was very important for me to develop as a first-year student, and I wanted to do the same thing and give back to the community by being that same person for other students. And I never really thought about building networks or gaining skills before applying because I just wanted to apply for fun and to be more interactive and be with more students so that they can also help grow. So you don't necessarily need to have concrete, oh, I need the skills kind of reasons to join. You can just join for fun too.
True. Thank you so much. For me, the reason why I became a TA because my reason also same as y'all. Because I was also inspired by my TA. So earlier it was peer leader training. So now it's called FGL. So she's also here. So I was so inspired by the TAs. So how hard they were like looking at the students and how they supported us. So we're first year students, so we don't know what to do. So yeah, and also for MCW TA. So I was inspired by the TA because she supported a lot and she encouraged us a lot. So that's why I also wanted to support the students same as she did. So yeah, that's it. That is my reason. Yes, next. I would like to ask, did you have any concerns before applying? And did you consult anyone at that time? And maybe I can go with the next question too. And I want to know what was the reason you decided to try becoming a TA despite your concerns. Maybe I can start with Tiash.
My biggest concern before applying to be a TA was for MCW particularly because MCW classes have both Japanese students and English basis students, which means I have to be able to use both languages in class. And being an international student, I learned Japanese after I came to APU. Although I took many classes, I was still not fully confident in my abilities. But as you said, despite the concerns, I took up on that challenge myself just to see, okay, since I worked so hard on learning Japanese, let me put it to practical use and see what I can gain from it. And in the class, of course, MCW, you have pair TAs, so I also had a Japanese pair TA. And being able to communicate with the pair TA and then be able to teach students, not just in English, my second language, but also Japanese, which is my third language, was an amazing experience. And it motivated me to pursue that language better and be able to communicate more flexibly in that language. So yeah, the concern turned into a reward, I would say, at the end.
Oh, it's a nice experience. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
So I was concerned about my language proficiency too, but in terms of English instead of Japanese. So growing up, I only used Japanese, so English is my second language. And I was like so concerned if my English was going to be good enough to like teach students, especially like writing. Like that sounds crazy, right? Like, I mean, everybody's on the same boat. But yeah, I was really concerned about that. But then I was like, you know what? Let me think about it. I decided to go as English-based student at APU. That means I already gave it a shot. Then why not giving it another shot and see if it's gonna work out? If it doesn't, it's okay. I learned something, right? So I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And then it worked out. So I think it went pretty well. Yeah. I didn't necessarily consult anybody, but I feel like the fact that most of the TAs we have, especially English basis, most of them don't speak English as their first language. So I was like, everybody's done that. I can do it too. So I feel like it was a really great motivation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
challenging is the best key. Okay, and Grace, do you want to share?
Sure. For me, I was concerned about my time management because besides being a TA, I was also a student, right? Right now, I'm also a student. And juggling between the working hour and like managing my grades, I was really concerned about that. But then I asked to my previous TA and my friends, like my seniors, and I also gave a shot.
Wow, everyone is challenging. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for sharing, Grace. All right, so next question is, were there any senior TAs you looked up to? And what points about them did you admire? Maybe we can go with Ray?
My story goes when I was in the first year, of course, MCW, you know. MCW is a class where we actually the first time encountering a multicultural realism in this university. And it was really overwhelming at first. I was a really shy student in that time, really shy. I don't have many friends. So the only thing that I have communication with is my group and also the TA, MCW TA. But it's really hard for me to actually like talk directly to my friends and stuff. So the TA helping me a lot that time. TA that time that I look for was not only just teaching, but also as a friend in that time. She is really have some kind of a confidence in talking, great critical thinking, and also always remind me about the time management. It was really struggling that time. I guess for everybody in the students that time also finding out it's really hard to actually like talking to or to actually submit this assignment on time and stuff like that. But this TA is not only just, oh, you have to do your assignment or something like that, but it's also trying to actually encouraging because this assignment is fun, this assignment is great, and talk again and again. So it was a really great experience, yeah.
Yeah, I also say like, yeah, it is important for TAs also encourage the student not to stick to the rule, specific rule. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, and again, maybe I can go to Grace if you would like to share.
I look up to my TA when I was in that class particularly because she had a compassion and she was really patient. Like, it's not only about assisting us in class, but she was really encouraging us every time. Like, they are having like a heart for us. Like, they have a heart for every students, not only like for attendance or normal things in class, but they really goes deep into like, are you really doing well? And I felt like it was a big support for every students there. So that's how I really look up to her.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing. So next, yes, I want to ask on how was your actual experience becoming a TA? So were there any differences between what you imagined and the actual experience? Maybe I can first go with Rohini.
So, like, if we want to say like the difference between me being a student and me being a TA, so the first thing was that, oh, I'm a student, how would I juggle between circles? That's okay. So how will I like juggle between being a TA, being a student, having circle, having baito, like will I be able to do it? But then I became a TA and it was quite easy because I enjoyed it. And something you enjoy, it just becomes easier for you because you're not doing it for the money. You're not doing it for other things. I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing it. So it was really helpful to, like, of course, gain skills and knowledge and whatnot, but I also made a lot of friends. I enjoyed my time making my presentations like beautiful for MCW, and I think it was just really great to be a TA to fellow students because I also shared a lot of classes with some of my students. So it was just a great time for me. Yeah.
Wonderful. I also agree. Okay, next, Tiash, would you like to share?
So, similar to Rohini, applying, as I said earlier, I applied because it looked fun. I really thought I really wanted to enjoy it, right? But what I didn't expect was how much the background work was, because as a student, I always see the TA in front of me. I don't realize what they're doing behind the scenes, the pre-meetings, the post-meetings. So in the beginning, I would say I was a little overwhelmed by, okay, I have to attend so many meetings, I have to attend so many trainings. But I think because of that, over time, I learned to manage my time better. I learned to manage to balance my which presentation I need to make today, which email I need to send tomorrow, which students I need to contact later. I had a list of all the tasks I needed to do, and I organized myself better, I would say. And as Rohini said, we don't do TA just for money or for experience and skills. We also do it because we enjoy doing it. We love interacting with these students. We love having our fellow students in our classes and creating a bond that creates a bigger network of people that we already have in our life. So yeah, I would say I didn't expect the results to be this big, but eventually it was. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. So next is, I want to know on which part of being a TA did you think were tough? So
Again, time management as well. I was a bit concerned in the beginning before I applied, and then after that, it was a bit hard in the first few weeks, honestly. Like, I have to manage all of my classes, assignments, reading, and my TA job, like post-meeting, pre-meeting, and then we have to email a lot of missing students. And yeah, it was a bit hard in the beginning, but after some months, I think I became used to it, and it got a lot easier. So yeah.
thank you. Yes, thank you for
Oh,
sharing. Yeah.
to add, also we have to come to school early in the morning for these
Oh,
classes.
true.
Yeah, and we have to like sacrifice our Wednesday because these first year class are usually on Wednesday. So it was a big challenge actually, because on Wednesday a lot of things are happening, as like our friends are going out, but then we're at school. So yeah, it was a bit tough in the beginning.
Add one more point. I see the differences of being different TAs. SSW, you learn how to write for academic writing, and then FGL, you learn how to be a good facilitator, etc., how to be a kind of leader or find your role in the group. And MCW, like multicultural communication, like we're all sitting here, right, communicating. So I see when I started doing something new, I always think, oh, what actually I need to do? I got panic a bit because I have never got that experience. And one biggest challenge I got is being SSW TA, which is the job that Grace is doing now. I was the previous SSW TA. I found out there's something my senpai, my senior, also didn't provided me with like clear guidance. So I tried to find out with my professor. So we both like take challenges and then trying to get on the right direction. And then I hope that also helps the next LTA for doing the job in the easier way. So there will be things, that new things challenging for you, but just try to solve it, overcome it, and then always don't forget you have so many good fellow TAs and then professors being there supporting you.
And yes, I also think like I began to think how hard the teaching is, how hard the professors like making the materials for students and how they need to deliver. Yeah, so I also learned a lot from that. Yes, thank you so much for sharing. So And although everyone has been a TA for several times, I believe, and what parts about yourself do you think change compared to the first time?
I feel like I learned a lot about myself, and I learned very important skills that I could use not only in university but in future careers. First of all, I feel like I became a lot better at communicating with people. I've always been an extrovert, but I have this like shyness that sometimes I just become shy like for no reason. And I feel like I really got used to like being an extrovert enough to the point that I feel comfortable talking to people, and then now I'm comfortable because I know them, right? So I feel like I've became more like of a positive person, if that makes sense. Also, everybody mentioned about time management, right? So I feel like I became a lot better at knowing my limits and managing my time. Although I was less busier when I was in my first year, and now I'm like crazily busy. But then I feel like I make more time for myself because I know like when to do things and how long things will take. So I know to like, create a time for myself in advance and then still enjoy what I want to. So yeah, I feel like work-life balance in a way. I feel like I learned that very well. Yeah.
I also agree. Yeah.
So I think if you're more into extrovert, I am an introvert guy. So it's really hard for me to actually talking to people. I was every time I tried to talk to people, it was a whole new world for me because I was thinking about what your emotion, what everything, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And the thing that it's so different right now because of I joined the TA, it was some kind of a force again, similar with what the Grace and everybody's saying, that at first it was really tough to actually manage time, manage the communication and stuff, and it's really hard to actually start you are, for example, like you are the TA for FGL, so basically you have to has a role model as a leader, right? But and then that is not about what you have before, but what you will learn during the experience that you are taking that time. And that is the one who changed me a lot. Now I can feel confident to talk with people much more when I was compared to when I was before becoming a TA. I'm still shaking when I'm talking, but at least I have that confidence to actually talk with people. And not only that, but also being a great exemplar for students or for the many other friends and stuff like that. And we do some both side learning that only can be learned if we take the TA. TA is not only like we teach them, but we also learn from the student. And we cannot have those kind of experience if we're not taking the TA itself. So it was things that I changed right now. There's a lot of things changed, but yeah, that was one of it.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, I just remember I was also like a person who was so, how to say, not good at public speaking. And I was shivering all the time. Even my hands are shivering. Yeah, although my mouth won't, like sound is normal, but yeah, my hand was shivering. I totally forgot that. I was also.
And here you are, look at you now, hosting us.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so for reminding me that. Yeah, I also have to look back for myself, and yeah, I think I forgot most of the, my weakness, and now I don't remember it now, so I have to memo and just remember. Yeah, and did anyone have anything to add?
I just thought about it now, like looking back. I think I became more aware of myself, like who I am as a person, and just got to know myself more that, actually I can do a lot more things than I thought I could in the beginning of becoming a TA. Because I think I became a TA in my second or third semester, and now I'm already in my seventh. So the time has passed already, but I think I've grown so much, and I've tried to do more things and more things. So becoming aware is one of the things that just came up to me, yeah.
Yes. How did your TA experience become useful when job hunting? Maybe Tiash? Okay.
Given that I'm the only one currently job hunting right now, I'll add to this. So, as everyone said, being a TA helped them be more aware of themselves. So, one of the most important thing in job hunting is to be able to identify yourself, to be able to understand your weaknesses and strengths. And since it happened to all of them, it also happened to me that I realized where I'm coming short, and where I'm growing more, and I'm able to put those things, I'm able to convey those messages to the companies that I'm applying to show them like this is where I am, this is what I'm able to do. And that has been a great deal of confidence in my job hunting, as well as being able to just walk up in front of hundreds of students and then just be able to talk without losing track of your own thoughts, and being able to manage deadlines, be able to take on that pressure and work under it. All of those things are skills that companies look for, and it looks good on your resume as well. So being a TA, you have so many stories to tell at the interviews that most of the recruiters get impressed. So,
Yes, I
yeah.
agree. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Yeah, and I think most of us in now, time for job hunting. I think
It's coming, guys. Get ready.
So, for future career instead of job hunting, I feel like working as a TA allows you to have like a clearer view of what you want to do in the future. Because since I was in like high school, I was kind of interested in higher education and something related to that, but I wasn't sure like how interested I was in that topic, or like if I wanted to make that my future career. And I feel like working as a TA, now I have more like confidence in what I want to do. I have like a clearer plan of like what I want to do right after graduation, and then after a couple of years I want to do this and that. So I feel like working as a TA not only like teaches you about multicultural things, especially at APU, but also like just give you a guide for your future self. So yeah, I feel like that was a pretty big thing for me.
Yeah, I also feel the same because I have been doing only MCW TA and LTA, so it means I do mainly the teaching. So when I became a leader of a company, and I can teach the juniors, so it really helped how I should teach them, right? So yeah, I also agree with you. Was your TA experience helpful in personal studies and seminars? Hi, maybe start from Flora.
So before answering this question, I would like to agree on Emma's idea. Like you said, you are interested in the higher education, and after being TA, I started getting interested in the education field. I always have the passion of going to study furthermore, like for grad school, for example, and then maybe PhD in the future. Who knows? But just planning my future for now. I got inspired by Professor Gaidas because he mentioned something like, you are a TA, but you are not telling them the answer. You need to guide them find their answers by themselves. I got really inspired by that sentence and then feel like, oh, education is not what I see as sitting in the classroom and then learning. There are group work, different formats of teaching. So I get inspired by that and then decided to apply for my education as my master's degrees major. So that's how I feel like I got influenced by people surrounding me after being a TA. There's strong social network there. And I still remember I have many talks with Tiash and Grace as well. So I would like to say there are more than what you expected to get from TA.
Can I add?
Oh.
No, this is not related to the question, but I think one of the highlights of working as a TA also is that you get to interact with these amazing professors who have so many experiences, and you're able to learn so many things directly from them, right? Because in a classroom, they only teach you about the class. They only teach you about the topics because obviously we have a limited time. But when you're working as a TA for a teacher, that teacher teaches you not only just about class, but also how to grow as a person, how to build up your career, and what you can do. For example, Flora has an inspiration that she wants to pursue education as part of her future education, and that's thanks to the professor. And similarly, I've had so many help from professors that I've worked with as a TA. So yeah, I'm very grateful, and I think that's a thing that should be highlighted as being part of the TA experience. Would you like to add?
Me? Yeah, definitely. So yeah, what actually like Flora and also Tias mentioned is really, really the one that is the highlight of being a TA. But not only just that too, but also about building your critical thinking. That thing is really important, especially if all of us will take a seminar, right? In a seminar, or we're preparing for our thesis, right? And when we're trying to get the idea of something, the problem that we would like to solve, is not just come out of nowhere, but it needs our critical thinking. The first time that actually I learned about how to have those skill of a critical thinking is through by being a TA. Because by being a TA, it's not only just, again, teaching and stuff, but we also have to think about the problem solving that happening in the class. Either that the material that will be given, either that the problem that is being happened for the students, learning experience, and many things. And those is the foundation on how to actually create a better understanding of, well, the environment and also the world in general. It's in the educational level or outside of education. So it was really, really important outside of your learning and inside your learning. And specifically for thesis, that is the fundamental for me personally. For the one that I took right now, the thesis that I took right now is because of that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's really, really nice experience.
So, as a part of SSW, it's a writing class, and I get reminded like weekly about how to write and how to cite and everything. So it's so practical, like it's so useful for every of us as a student because we write a lot for assignments, right? So yeah, I feel like it is very useful, like in a very practical way.
Wow, thank you. And also, we have some messages for all of you from our TAs.
So to all the people that are interested in being a TA or want to apply, this is not just about, as we said earlier, like not the money, not just the experience, but also for making deeper connections and skills that will help you in the future and most importantly, give you mental fortitude. And remember, when you're a TA, you're not just working, you're also inspiring students. So make sure you do that for everybody on the campus.
So I just want to say to anyone who's going to apply to become a TA that do whatever you want and whatever you can, because this is part of the life experience and you will only learn things. This is not going to be any sort of loss. And if you want to pursue it in higher education, you can. And you also meet a lot of fellow students, fellow professors, who would definitely be a great experience to talk to and definitely a good networking as well.
Okay, for you all, so don't be scared. Don't be scared to fail. Just apply, and when you got in, don't be scared as well. Don't be scared to try new things, and don't be scared to make mistakes because everything is a learning process. So apply.
If you have even the slightest interest in applying for TA or any other leadership positions on campus, go for it. There's a lot of opportunities on campus, but if you don't take that, you're not going to gain anything, right? I know there are concerns, worries, but I know you got it. You're good enough. And yeah, I hope to see you guys join the team and the near future.
Hi everyone, I'm Flora and hope you still remember my name. I will really encourage everyone to have a try, get out of your comfort zone. If you're shy, take this experience and then you will become like me. I was introverted, but now I'm like brave enough to say to the camera, like say hi to everyone on campus. Like you will get more than you expected to learn from the TA experiences. So go for it. See you there. Like meet you in the TA team. Bye bye.
All of you, just apply, all right? Just don't care about what you're having right now. Just apply right now because I'm pretty sure you guys are awesome, you guys are great, and I'm pretty sure you actually want this. Do it while you can. So I'm pretty sure I will meet you once you become a TA. Gambarimashou.
Okay, hi everyone. So if you're a person who like to make friends, please join any TA activities. And it's not just making friends, and it really help on your future career and also developing on your skills and also have confidence like me. So good luck and see you in TA activities. Yes, so this concludes our roundtable discussion with first year education subject and FGL subject experience TAs. So thank you so much for all our TAs for joining today. Thank you.